watching a movie and it pans in to a hospital scene. There's a woman giving birth. She delivers a baby, the baby's healthy, and all of a sudden the room gets really quiet. It zooms in to the point where she's holding her baby, her husband's right behind her, and they're just all staring at this baby, this beautiful, beautiful child. They're taking in every single perfect feature that this child has, and everyone's attention is on them. It sounds perfect, right? However, what the movie doesn't show you is the parents' lives are about to change forever. They're about to be tired 24/7. They're going into this new reality that they have maybe no clue what they're doing, and they're figuring things out one step at a time. Being a new parent can be a struggle. However, feeding your child can sometimes be a struggle as well. This is why we're going to go over the topic of breastfeeding. First, we're going to learn the benefits of breastfeeding. Then we're going to go over the struggles of breastfeeding that some people can go through. Then we're going to see how feeding your baby is way more important than any method you will use to feed your child. You've heard the term breast is best. According to March of the Dimes, breast milk has hormones and the right amount of protein, sugar, fat, and most vitamins to help your baby grow and develop. Alex from Today's Parents state that when a baby is sick, she passes a cue to the mother through saliva. So your child is breastfeeding. Saliva goes in, telling the mom what kind of antibodies have to go to the child if the child is sick. And also, it's cost effective. Breastfeeding is free. Hearing all these benefits to breastfeeding, you might be thinking, why wouldn't I breastfeed? Let's discuss the struggles of breastfeeding. It's not always possible for a mother to breastfeed every couple of hours. Dr. Tudor from Time magazine states that up to 5% of mothers cannot produce enough breast milk to fully meet the baby's needs. Many jobs in the US do not offer maternity leave. Going back to work might not mean that you can't breastfeed because there are different methods. You can use a pump and you can store your milk. However, it might be hard for your job to give you enough time to step aside, breastfeed, or maybe pump, and then come back to it. Sometimes you have to be pumping for 45 minutes just to receive the amount of breast milk that your child might need. Also, you might have to do this every 2 to 3 hours. Breastfeeding can take a toll on a woman's body. Since the start of my pregnancy, many women have come to me, warning me about what I might face or what they faced throughout breastfeeding. You're going to have a lot of back pain. You're going to have breast pain. You might have clogged milk ducts. Your kid will bite. Your nipples will become chapped. If you wait too long to breastfeed, your breast will become rock hard and it's going to hurt so much. Explore Parents furthers the list by stating that mothers lose between 5 to 10% of their bone mass within 6 months of starting breastfeeding. This is because of their mother's own calcium transferring to their baby. However, breastfeeding is not a parent's only option. We can now see it's more important to just feed your child instead of the method that you are going to use. Most frequently, the alternative of choice is bottle feeding. You can use formula. There are different kinds. Sometimes the babies have a different reaction to each one, and just playing around with which one works for your baby can be a hassle. But it's definitely beneficial because the mother isn't the only one who will have the job of feeding the child. Anyone can bottle feed your child. This will also not cause harsh effects on a mother's body. Finger feeding is also an option. It's where Nurse Murray explains finger feeding as similar to breastfeeding with a nursing supplement device. except instead of attaching the supplement to your nipple, you attach it to the tip of your finger. This is also a method that anybody can use and not just solely the mother. So we learned about the benefits of breastfeeding, we learned about the struggles of breastfeeding, and then we learned about how breastfeeding is not just the only way. Feeding your child is way more important than any method you're going to use.